let's move on. So you're probably saying, okay, so we teleported in and our armor pieces are set up and we're on the team and we've got the message, but how do we actually steal a flag? And so remember, in Arena we actually registered an event handler to be set up when player interact happens, and it's going to go to a function steal flag. So let's take a look at that function, and it's quite a big function, and as you can see already, a lot of nested logic statements just as our main thing. And that's what I said about programming minigames, is if you're doing something that has a lot of rules in it, then most likely you're going to have a lot of if-else statements. So let's take it from the top. We have steal flag with info because it's an event handler. Info is going to have useful information like the player and the block that was being interacted with. So we set up a variable that's only going to be used here. It's who is trying to steal. And this is a kind of like an English variable name to simplify this, which is info's player. So it's easier to think of info's player as who is trying to steal. So, and we also do that with block. So we set block to be info's clicked block. And thinking about just who's trying to steal and what block they're trying to steal is easier than dealing with info's player and info's click block. And as you can see, we have these same two variables that we saw in the main function to check if they're on the blue team or gold team. So let's look at our first if-else, and this is the big if-else, and nothing else happens after it. So if not on the blue team and not on the gold team, it sends the message, you must join a team. So if they're not on either team, that's what these not blocks mean. It says if you're not on the blue team and you're not on the gold team, you haven't ran the command to join a team. So, but if they are on one of these teams, then it goes to this else, which starts right here with this new if block. And it says if block's type is gold flag items type. And what does that mean? That means gold flag item, remember, is a new item of material gold block. So when you say gold flag items type, that's going to return gold block. And so blocks type, if they are right-clicking or left-clicking on the gold flag, block's type is going to be the same type as gold flag's type. So let's see if that has a else on it. It does. It has an else if block's type is equal to blue flag's type. And this is going to be if they're right-clicking or left-clicking on the blue flag. And then it doesn't have anything else. So we only care about two things, and it's if they right-click on a gold block or if they right-click on a lapis block. So that's what this if-else is doing. So now you can see that the structure in this is very similar to this, because basically the same thing is pretty much happening in the when you're stealing the gold flag. If you're on the blue team and stealing the gold flag, it's pretty much the same thing with different variables if you're on the gold team and stealing the blue flag, or the opposite way around. I can't remember what I said before. So let's just look at the gold flag, and that's when if you're on the blue team and you're stealing the gold flag, or if you're on the gold team and you're returning the blue flag. Because you would either click on it to steal it or click on it to return the flag. So if you're on the gold team That's what this is saying. So if you're on the gold team, there's another if statement. If you're holding the blue flag, that's what this means. It says if the blue flag holder is equal to who is trying to steal's name, then that's a score. We're going to call score flag and send them a message that says scored. But if you're not the blue flag holder and you're clicking on your own flag, that's pointless. It sends you a message that says you can't steal your own flag. And so that is how it's handled if you're on the gold team and you're clicking your gold flag. But if if you're on the gold team, it does this, but else you're on the blue team and it's going to do this. So let's take a look at this. It says else, and then there's this another if-else block. It says if the gold flag is stolen, send message the gold flag has already been stolen. So if somehow two players simultaneously click on the flag, only one of them is going to get it, and it's going to say stolen, and it's going to say the gold flag has already been stolen. So you can't really steal it twice because that would be not logical. So you have to code for things that would break your game like this. And then this else statement, if the gold flag is safe, because gold flag can either be stolen or safe. So if it's not stolen, so if this thing is false, it's going to go to this else, and it's going to say set gold flag to stolen. So this is basically going to steal the flag. It's going to execute some functions to steal the flag. It's going to change the armor piece of helmet to gold flag item, which was the gold block for player who is trying to steal. So it's going to update your helmet to the gold flag. It's going to send you a message saying you've stolen the gold flag. It's going to set a variable that says you're the holder of the gold flag. And then it's going to use the drone to remove the gold flag from the playing arena. And so that is this block is the exact same block as this one, except all the variables are replaced. Well, they're not replaced, they're switched, they're swapped. So if you're on the blue team, you're either going to be let's see, if blocks type is blue flag item. So if you're on the blue team, you're either going to be returning your flag to the blue block, or it's going to be a gold team member stealing the lapis block.